What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Working today, working. This video, man. So this all started from a TikTok that I was sent, and it's very, very unfortunate, and it's pretty much unheard of. Some coward, some inmate at Lancaster, a prison here in California, some punk decided that he was going to go to visit his woman, his lady. I'm assuming it was his lady for him to do what he did. Decided to drive on out. I don't care if she was even from LA County and lived in LA County. But she decided to drive on out and visit him. A free person deciding to go into a prison to spend time with a loved one, somebody she cared about. I don't know how long they were in visiting, but he decided, he had a plan before he even went out. Who knows how long he had planned this? He went out to visiting. He pulled a razor out. I would assume I know where he pulled the razor out. He didn't have it keistered. He didn't have it hooped. More than likely had it in his nose. Went out there during the conversation. He pulls the razor out and he attacks his female visitor. Yes, let me say it again. This dude plotted. I don't care what anybody says, me making this video. He plotted on a woman. Took a weapon out to visit. And he attacked his female visitor with a razor blade, cutting her neck, cutting her face. Now, I don't know which yard that he did it on, and I don't give a damn. How nobody in the vicinity, convicts, whatever, inmate, other inmate, whatever, how they did not jump up and assist that woman, I don't get it. I don't understand how it's possible. I don't care what faction, ethnicity, race, I don't care what that person is. That's a woman. You know, I've done videos where I've said when I got busted and I got my life sentence, I was blessed. I had a bunch of women that wanted to remain in my life. And I cut every one of them loose. Every single one of them. Doing time takes all of your concentration. It takes up everything you have. You should not be thinking about a damn thing outside of the walls because you can't control it. This dude right here, even if his lady was stepping out on their relationship, he stepped out first. He chose to do whatever the fuck he was doing and said, I don't give a damn about her. But then he wants her to do time with him. This is amazing to me. And then another thing, that dude right there, I don't know where he's going to go after he does. You know, I don't know if they supposedly they shut the shoe down and all that. Well, wherever he goes, I would assume he's going to get hit. Especially if he's Raza, I couldn't myself see that dude not getting hit for a couple reasons. One, the domestic violence on a woman. But two, what if because of this, that gives the California Department of Corrections the opportunity to take away all contact visits. Everything gets put behind the glass like some of these other states do. You don't get to give your daughter a hug, your wife a hug, your mom a hug. you have a family member that's sick and wants to fly out or drive out hours to come and see you. And because of this punk ass coward whacking a woman, you can't get that hug. You can't have that bond for even just a couple hours. Nah, it's behind the glass like a county jail visit. I saw another platform. I'm not going to say the name, and I'm not talking shit, but I want to make it clear. I saw the platform talking about, I mean, it kind of seemed like he was trying to scare women off from visiting dudes in prison. I think that's chicken shit. In the last 100 years, I don't remember hearing about some shit like this. Did something happen in family visiting a while back? These things are such rarities, man. Prison society will take care of that shit. You don't jeopardize everyone else's visits, their time with their families. You don't get to harm women and children and then go back out to the yard and laugh and have some sopas and some ice creams and sodas. Nah, you need to be uncomfortable. You need to go visit the same hospital you sent that woman to. And I'm not condoning violence. I'm saying this is what happens in prison. But to have somebody say, hey, ladies, you know, these dudes have a lot of time on their hands. And, you know, again, I'm not shooting at that other platform, but I'm just saying, those dudes that choose to do time, have a woman, hey, you adding a whole lot of stress to your life. But if that's what's going to get you through your time, then understand you're doing time. You don't make your woman do time. I was blown away, and as you can tell, I'm very irritated that this happened. I'm not even in there, but I just, you know, when things like that happen, I put myself back in those shoes. I personally would not have been able to sit there. If I was in that visiting room in the vicinity of that incident, there's no way I would have just sat down and like, damn, look at that. Or damn, that's nah. And people could say whatever they want. Hey, Holmes, you're not going to whack a woman in front of me. You're not going to punch a woman in front of me. I don't care who it is. I wouldn't let it happen out here. Why would I let it happen in there? What could possess a dude to make that weapon, take it out to visiting, knowing I'm going to get this bitch? You know, that's what he was saying. I'm going to get this bitch. That woman was, again, a free person, spending her money on gas. Probably went to the vending machine and bought your favorite shit, had your favorite shit on the table waiting for you when you got there. And he was probably dirty enough to take a bite of it too. Man, I love when you buy me these things. And bam, jumped on her. How many dudes had kids in there? Eh? How many people had their sons or their daughters in there who were traumatized now? Who probably going to be scared to go and see dad now? Who are going to be scared to go see grandpa now? Because they don't want that to happen. Who are going to be afraid for dad or grandpa now? Have nightmares. I don't know who that dude was. He's a punk though. I'm going to just make sure that's clear. From my point of view, I don't know any men that I would have ever hung out with or that I ever will hang out with that would even think to do some shit like that. If she stepped out on you, you found out about it, give her the boot. Why are you doing time anyways worried about a woman? I don't know. Some dudes, I give it to them. Some dudes do that. I talked about it in a video one time. I had a cellie. I really liked him. He was a youngster. He was from Long Beach. Longo. East Side Longo. He celled up with me. He asked to cell up with me. He wanted me to lace him up. He wanted me to school him on things in prison. Right after he celled up with me, I went out to visit. He got a visit every weekend. He had a wife and like 3 kids. And I saw his kids climbing on him. And I saw that You know, when he could, because I was paying attention for a reason. When he could, he would sneak a kiss or a hug on his lady. And I knew, I'm not lacing this dude up, because the game that I got, he has to cut all of them loose, his kids and his woman. I can't tell that dude to do that, but that's what he's going to have to do if I lace him up, right? Then about 10 years later, I heard he killed himself. He hung himself in his cell. And I wonder if it was because he lost his woman. That's why I always felt you don't do time trying to have a relationship on the streets. But anyways, that's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.